you some tips and tricks for KawaiiCon, what to bring to KawaiiCon, and what to prepare for a KawaiiCon as experience as well. So this is from my point of view and my experiences with KawaiiCon. So this is just my point of view, my tips and tricks, what I recommend to bring. And yeah, if you have any questions, any concerns about KawaiiCon or what the con experience is all about, yeah, today I do want to answer any questions that you guys may have. So if you guys have any questions about KawaiiCon or what KawaiiCon is all about, what going to a con is all about today, yeah, today we're going to be talking all about KawaiiCon. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. How is everybody all doing? I hope you guys are all doing great. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So, with that being said, everybody, with that being said, let's talk about today's KawaiiCon experience. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or any concerns about KawaiiCon or anything you guys want to talk about with KawaiiCon, or especially if this is your first time going to KawaiiCon, I've been to KawaiiCon a lot of times. So this is just my point of view. So today we're going to be talking about everything there is to know, there needs to know about conventions, but not just KawaiiCon too. This is also about going to an anime convention. Alright, so preparing for a convention. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is preparing for a convention. Okay, so preparing for a convention trip. Alright, so especially if you're going to be going to a convention for the very first time, there are some things that I definitely recommend you bring. So, here is some tips that I recommend to bring for sure. So, the first thing that I'm going to be talking about when it does come to conventions, one of the things that I definitely do recommend to prepare for. So, the first thing that I recommend to bring some snacks. Yes. Please do bring some snacks. Please do bring some snacks. Yes, bring some snacks, bring some water. Like a water bottle definitely does help for sure. It definitely does help. So we're going to put preparing for a convention tips. So this is some cookies point of view. So the first thing you definitely want to do when you are preparing for a convention, first thing to bring, definitely some snacks and definitely some water for sure. Definitely some snacks, some water. Definitely important. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of walking for sure. You're going to definitely be walking quite a lot. So definitely bring some snacks, bring some water. Definitely. Alright, so first things first, bring some snacks and a water bottle. You're going to be walking around quite a lot. So do make sure you do stay hydrated. Do make sure that you do hydrate. Definitely. So, first tip that I'm going to recommend, bring snacks and a water bottle. Definitely do bring that. You will be doing a lot of walking. So that is definitely very important. You are going to be doing a lot of walking. You're going to be walking quite a lot, especially around the convention center. So definitely do bring snacks. Definitely bring a water bottle. That is very important. At the convention center, there are definitely water fountains where you can fill up your water bottle. So bringing a water bottle definitely does help for sure. Definitely helps. very important that I definitely do recommend. Bring important things. This is important. Please, please do. I would definitely say that if you're going to be going to a convention, especially for the first time, definitely bring important things. So, your ID, for example. For example, if you're going to be bringing your ID, please to bring your ID, because when you do pick up your tickets for a convention, you definitely want to bring your identification. So bring your ID with you. Bring your ID with you. And to participate in some activities as well at the convention, not just KawaiiCon, but any convention, you're gonna also need to have your ID with you. So definitely bring that with you. Definitely do bring that with you. Definitely do bring that with you. So, for example, do bring your ID. Do bring your tickets. Especially if you're going to be picking up your tickets, make sure you do have your ID with you. Definitely do bring that. Another thing that I'm also going to really recommend. Cash. Yes. Bring cash with you. Definitely bring cash with you. Definitely do bring cash. Definitely do bring cash. Because in case if the vendor or the place you want to go to doesn't accept cards, it's definitely very handy to have cash with you. There is an ATM, yes. This is another thing I'm going to really recommend. Locate the ATM. Definitely locate the ATM. So, if you guys know where your ATM, with the ATM is located, so if you bring a card, for example, the convention center does have ATMs. So definitely do bring cash. But if you are not able to bring cash, do make sure that you know where the ATM is, so that way you can be able to withdraw cash from the card with no issues. Yeah, definitely do. Another thing that I'm definitely gonna recommend also to bring around, definitely, it's an umbrella. Yeah, definitely bring an umbrella. But not just an umbrella. It's also a power bank and phone charger. Definitely bring that with you. Definitely do bring that with you. So the reason why I recommend to bring like a power bank and a phone charger is because, especially if you want to take pictures, for example, you definitely want to make sure you do have your power bank and your phone charger handy. There are places where you can charge your phone, but it is definitely very helpful to bring a power bank with you, and it's very helpful to bring a phone charger. So I do really recommend, for your very first time visiting a convention, I definitely do recommend to bring your power bank and a phone charger with you. Definitely do recommend that. I definitely do recommend that. So, umbrella, power bank, phone charger, locate the ATM. And another thing too, another thing that definitely is helpful. So, many conventions have an app. So, locate what you want to do via a map, or visiting the website, or downloading the app. So a lot of conventions, and KawaiiCon does have an app, which is an application where you can figure out what you really want to do. So this is what I really recommend, especially if you're going to a convention for the first time. Figure out what you want to do. Locate where the map is. by visiting the website or downloading the app. You could also get a physical map as well at the convention, but I definitely do recommend to really figure out what you want to do like beforehand. So, for example, visiting the website or downloading the application. It really does help because not only you're able to figure out like what you really want to do, but it also helps to figure out, okay, so I want to do this activity and this activity. So for example, I want to go to this paddle. I want to go to this paddle, or I want to go to the artist alley. So it definitely does help. Or I want to participate in a cosplay meet and greet. So it definitely does help to have a map. That means that you can get the map either visiting the website or downloading the application. So that definitely does help as well. That definitely does help. So not only you can also visit the website and figure out the map, you can also get the schedule. This is pretty important. The schedule. The schedule. Yes. Schedule what you really want to do. Especially when you're going to be going to a convention, definitely. From my point of view, scheduling what you really want to do. For example, I want to do this activity. Like, definitely do have a schedule beforehand. Like, for example, okay, so let's say, for example, you want to attend a paddle, but then you also want to go to an artist alley. So do figure out what you really want to do beforehand at the convention. So for example, let's say maybe you want to go to a paddle. So I'm going to go to this paddle first and foremost. I'm going to go to this paddle first and foremost, and then later on, right after I go to this paddle, I'm going to try go to the artist alley after this. And then right after I go to the artist alley, I'm going to try do a cosplay meetup. So definitely beforehand, it helps to really schedule and figure out what you want to do. Definitely does help. So I do recommend scheduling what you really want to do beforehand. And I do have the schedule as well for the VTuber takeover, which will be happening at KAWAII. So we are going to be going over the schedule later on after this. So last stream, we announced on the stream that we're doing the VTuber takeover at KAWAII, which is going to be at the Twitch KAWAII booth. But we're going to be talking about the VTuber takeover later on today. We're going to be talking about the VTuber takeover later on, so that way you guys can figure out. Okay, so this VTuber is going to be doing a meet and greet at this time at this date. So if you guys have any questions or any concerns about what the VTuber takeover is going to be about, what Twitch KAWAII booth is going to be all about, then feel free to ask any questions or any concerns that you guys may have in the chat. And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. So definitely do bring cash. And definitely do plan your day and stay organized for sure. You're going to be walking a lot. So make sure you do wear comfortable shoes. Make sure you do stay hydrated. You're going to be walking a lot. So definitely plan your day. Plan your day ahead of time. Plan your day ahead of time. And do make sure you do carry a water bottle for sure. Yeah. Another thing that definitely does help. Another thing that definitely bring that I recommend is a hand sanitizer. Definitely bring hand sanitizer. Definitely. So hand sanitizer, cash. Do know where the ATM is. There are ATMs at the convention center. So just as an FYI, there are ATMs at the convention center. But it is very helpful to bring cash. Definitely. Definitely bring cash. Definitely bring your ID, and do plan your day beforehand. So, for example, definitely. And if you're especially gonna be, especially if you want to be like a voice actor or an actress or a special guest, it definitely does help plan what you really want to be. So, for example, let's say, for example, you want to be a special guest. So, do plan, for example, okay, maybe, for example, I want this to be signed. So, maybe, for example, I have a special figurine. I do have a special figurine that I want to get signed. So, definitely does help to figure out, okay, I want to figure out what I want to do, what I want to get signed, which meet and greets do I want to do, which guests do I want to do. So planning beforehand definitely does help. It definitely helps. Another thing, bring a bag, especially a bag that is specifically for conventions. You're going to be carrying a lot of stuff. So if especially if you're planning on going to the artist alley and buying the stuff, it definitely does help to bring a bag. So, for example, bringing a bag that is designated for COD, it definitely helps. You're going to be carrying a lot of stuff. You're going to be carrying a lot of stuff. And not just merchandise, too. Not just merchandise, but also tickets, etc. So, it definitely does help to bring those things. Definitely does help. Definitely. Another thing, sunscreen. Yes, I do recommend you do bring Reef-Safe sunscreen because you're gonna be walking around a lot. You're gonna be walking around quite a lot at the convention. It definitely does help to bring Reef-Safe sunscreen. So bringing Reef-Safe sunscreen definitely does help. Definitely does. Oh yeah, if you're gonna be cosplaying, locating a cosplay repair center definitely does help. So this is for cosplayers. So if you're gonna be cosplaying, knowing where the cosplay repair center definitely helps out a lot. So if your cosplay, for example, falls apart, or if you need to adjust something on your cosplay, definitely, definitely locate where the cosplay repair center is. Definitely helps. It also does help to bring a cosplay repair kit too. So one year when I was doing a panel, one of the one of the cosplays I was wearing needed to go to the cosplay repair center, so I had to figure out where the cosplay repair center was, and it really did help to really locate where the cosplay center is. So it definitely does help to locate. Okay, I'm gonna go to the cosplay center, the cosplay repair center. So locating where the cosplay repair center is definitely helps. And also bringing a cosplay repair kit if necessary definitely helps too. Another thing, get there early. Get there early. Especially if you're planning on going to the convention, it definitely helps to get to the convention center bright and early because the lines may be long. The lines may be long. So if you're planning on if you're planning on going to a con for the first time, this is what I really recommend. I do really recommend to get there bright and early. So that way it's a lot easier. That way it's definitely a lot easier. So when you get there early, yeah, that way it's a lot easier because the lines at the convention center, especially when you're getting your tickets, it can definitely be really, really long. So I do recommend, especially if you're going to a convention for the first time. With my advice that I recommend, getting there early definitely does help. Yeah. And then another thing, also, the order in also definitely does help to bring the order in. And then, if you have any questions, another thing that definitely does help, don't be afraid to ask the staff. If you have any questions about the convention for the first time, so if this is especially your first time going to a convention, don't be afraid to ask the staff. Don't be afraid to ask the volunteers. They're there to help. So if you have questions, any concerns, especially when you're going to a convention for the first time, don't be afraid to ask the staff any questions or concerns that you might need. That's another thing that I definitely recommend. But yes. Another thing that definitely does help, a first aid kit. Locating the first aid kit and bringing a first aid kit definitely helps. It really, really does help. So locating your first aid kit, knowing where the first aid kit is located, that's why I really do recommend beforehand to really figure out and plan your day of what you really want to do at the con. It definitely does help to check the website of the convention that you're planning on attending or downloading the application. I know KAWAII, which is the convention that I'm going to be going to in about a couple days, does have an application that is located on Guidebook. So if you go to Guidebook, you can download the KAWAII app right now, and you can figure out where you want to do or where you want to go. So I definitely do recommend to download the application or go to the website of the convention that you're going to be going to. Not just KAWAII, but any convention that you're going to be going to. So if the convention has an app, definitely download it or check their website and really, really figure out and plan what you want to do. I recommend, especially if you're going to be going to a convention, with my advice, plan early so that you can figure out, okay, I want to go to this convention. I want to go to this paddle, or I want to do this cosplay meet and greet, or I also want to check out, maybe I want to check out, for example, let's check out the booth right over here, So it helps a lot. So planning ahead, planning early, it definitely does help. It definitely helps. For sure. But yes. All right. Here are my tips for some do's and don'ts. All right. Preparing for a convention do's. Okay. So, do's others the way you want to be treated. Yeah. Please do. Please do. Please treat others the way you want to be treated. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So, do treat others the way you want to be treated. Especially when you're going to a convention for the first time. This is a very important do. Do treat others the way you want to be treated. Right? Make sure you follow the rules, especially when you are going to the convention. If you have any questions or any concerns, any questions about the rules, don't be afraid to ask the staff. Don't be afraid to ask the volunteers. You know, they're there to help. But the number one most important tip that I recommend, especially when you're going to a convention, any convention for the very first time, do treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you want to take a picture with a cosplayer, for example, please do ask. Yes. Ask first. This does mean, for example, if you want to take a picture with a cosplayer, please do ask first. Please do ask prior. Do ask prior. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns? Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about conventions, preparing for a convention, tips and tricks for preparing for a convention, do's and don'ts? Do you guys have any questions, any concerns? So this is just my point of view and what I really, really recommend. This is what I really recommend. So some do's and some don'ts for preparing for a convention. You treat others the way you want to be treated. Ask first, especially if you're going to be taking a picture with a cosplayer. Please do ask. Please ask. If you're going to be taking a picture with a cosplayer, please, please, please do ask. Please do ask first. This is what is very, 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 very important. Right? Remember, cosplay is not consent. Right? So, ask first. Cosplay is not consent. So, ask first. It is very, very important. If you're gonna be taking a picture with a cosplay, especially for the first time, this is what I super duper must do. Ask the cosplayer first. And do treat others the way you want to be treated. And do remember that cosplay is not consent. Cosplay is not consent. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns? Any cosplay, any questions, any concerns about going to a con for the first time? But yes, very, very important. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And do remember, cosplay is not consent. Please ask the cosplayers first before taking a picture. Please, please do. And don't be afraid to make friends. Do feel free to make friends. You know, do feel free to make friends and do have fun. That's what conventions are all about. Do make friends and do have fun. That's what conventions are all about. They're all about making friends with other like-minded people and having fun. That is what it's all about. It's all about having fun. It's all about making friends. So do make friends. Do feel free to make friends and do have fun. Do have fun. Do have fun. Do have fun. bring is a journal. Yes. Just in case of an emergency, a journal definitely does help. A journal does help. A journal definitely does help. Just in case of an emergency. Definitely does help. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about conventions or appearances at conventions? Do you guys have any questions, any concerns? Alright. So now that we prepare for the convention news, let's go to the don'ts of conventions. Okay, let's go to the don'ts. Now that we prepare for the convention news, let's talk about convention don'ts. Okay, so this is what is very, very important. I would definitely say for don'ts. All right. Don't forget to follow the rules. Number one, don't forget to follow the rules. Do remember that especially for conventions for the most part are a family-friendly event. So you need to follow the rules of the convention. It definitely is super duper important to not forget to follow the rules. Don't forget to follow the rules. Number one, don't forget to follow the rules. So, do know, cosplay is not consent. For example, cosplay is not consent. So, for example, one thing that I'm definitely going to say is don't forget to follow the rules. So, for example, remember, cosplay is not consent. Ask first before taking a picture with a cosplayer. And treat others the way you want to be treated. That is definitely super duper important. Don't forget to follow the rules. Cosplay is not consent. And ask the cosplayer first. And treat others the way you want to be treated. Alright. Another thing that is definitely adult. Definitely one of the don'ts that I really, really recommend not to do at a convention. Right? Another thing that I recommend not to do at a convention. This is definitely what I don't recommend to do at a convention. Right? So, so don't forget to be courteous. So, especially, this is super duper important, I would definitely say. So, courteous, for example. Yeah, courteous. So, don't forget to be courteous. So, for example, if you're standing in a line, for example, do be polite. Please do be polite. Please do be polite. No, don't forget to be patient. Don't forget to be patient. Please do not cut people in line. Please do not cut people in line. Be polite, be respectful, and be considerate. Do understand that, especially when you're going to a convention, there are rules. So you should not forget ever to be courteous. Yeah. Don't forget to be courteous. And don't forget to follow the rules. If you're not so sure of the rules, don't be afraid to ask the staff. That is definitely what I am going to recommend. Right? Following the rules. And each convention does have its own rules. So those two conventions are the same when it comes to rules. So every single convention does have its rules. So for example, one convention may have different rules than the other. So don't forget to be courteous. And don't forget to follow the rules. Another thing, not so sure, don't be afraid to ask the staff. But yeah, if you are not so sure what to do for the rules, or if, for example, a cosplay prop that you're bringing is not appropriate for the convention, don't be afraid to ask the staff. So, for example, you could say, hey, I brought this cosplay prop. Is it okay for me to bring it to the convention? So, don't be afraid to ask the staff. But at the same time, don't forget to be courteous and don't forget to follow the rules. Another thing, don't forget to plan ahead. This is super important. If you're going to be staying at a hotel, for example, or you're going to be traveling to the convention by plane or by car or any other mode of transportation, don't be afraid. Don't forget to plan ahead. So, for example, if you're going to be staying at a hotel, please don't forget to plan ahead. Please do not forget to plan ahead. That is super, super, duper important. Yeah. Don't forget to plan ahead. So that means, for example, if you're going to be staying at a hotel, do make sure that you plan ahead for the hotel. So if you for sure are planning on staying at a hotel for a convention, don't be afraid. Don't forget to plan ahead. I do recommend that if you're going to be planning to stay at a hotel for a convention, not just KAWAII, but any convention in general, I recommend to plan months in advance. I recommend planning months in advance. So a couple months in advance. So that way you can figure out not only just the best rates for the hotel, but you could also not just only getting the best rates for the hotel room, but knowing your accommodations and knowing where you're going to be staying for the convention, it definitely does help. So not only you're planning to stay at like a hotel, for example, but also figuring out, okay, I'm going to be staying at a hotel for this convention on this date. So another thing, don't forget to plan ahead. If you're going to be staying at a hotel, don't forget to plan ahead. Don't forget to plan ahead. So, for example, not just a hotel room or food or guests or paddles you want to do or booths you want to visit, but also not forgetting to plan ahead for the hotel, transportation, for example. So if you're going to be going to the convention via transportation, like for example the bus or the car, don't forget to plan ahead. Planning ahead is definitely the one thing that I recommend. Don't forget to plan ahead. I recommend that if you're going to be going to a hotel, definitely do that. But not just like planning for a hotel room, but like if you're going to be planning to stay with friends, for example. So if you're planning on staying with friends, plan months in advance. That way, not only you get the best rates of the hotel, but that way you can also secure your spot for a hotel. Yes, so plan ahead for everything. The hotel, transportation, everything. Planning ahead, I'm gonna say, is super duper important. It also definitely helps to know what's gonna happen for the convention, because in a convention, I'm definitely gonna recommend this. You never know what's gonna really happen. So planning ahead definitely does help. All right. All right. Another thing that I'm gonna definitely recommend for convention purposes, don't forget to bring a bag for card purchases. So, if you're going to a convention and you're planning on going to the artist alley or the dealer's booth, do not forget to bring a bag for convention purchases. That way, by the time you're going to a convention, you can figure out, okay, so I'm going to be purchasing this one, like maybe a keychain, maybe some posters. I'm also going to be maybe purchasing like a little stuffed animal, or I'm going to purchase a figurine. It definitely helps to have a bag. It definitely helps to have a bag for your convention purchases. So, do bring that. All right. But yes, plan ahead. Do plan ahead. Don't forget to plan ahead. Don't forget to bring a bag for convention purchases. Don't forget to follow the rules. And don't forget to be courteous. Yeah. So that does mean don't cut in line. Please do not cut in line. Because there's going to be lines. There are going to be lines. And lines are unavoidable. Yeah. Lines are going to be unavoidable. So be ready to stand in line. There's going to be a lot of lines. Especially when you're going to be getting your tickets. There's going to be a really long line. So, don't forget to be ready for that. Okay. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about conventions? What to do, what not to do? Planning early? But not just accommodations too. Not just accommodations. The schedule, the convention schedule. But yeah. That definitely does help. All right. And then another do that I'm recommending. Do feel free to go as a group. Yeah. Do feel free to go to the con as a group. Yeah. So if you're planning on going with friends or with other family members, for example, it definitely does feel it definitely does feel like a lot of fun. Either way, whether you're going by yourself, whether you're going as a group, but do feel free to go to con as a group. Definitely, going to con as a group, it definitely does help. Do feel free to go to the cons as a group. But yeah, I do recommend going with a friend, definitely, or with a family member. I've gone to a lot of conventions, like the convention, like KAWAII with Mama Sagita. So I bring Mama Sagita along to KAWAII. So yeah, I know Mama Sagita. She was at she's been to KAWAII with Cookie before. So definitely a lot of fun going with Mama Usagita to KAWAII. Yeah. Will Mama Usagita be at KAWAII? Yes, she's gonna be at KAWAII. She is gonna be at KAWAII. She was at KAWAII. Mama Sagita was at KAWAII last year. She was there for every single panel I have done. And then she's gonna be here this year for the booth. She is gonna be at KAWAII this year for the booth. So I will be going to KAWAII with Mama Sagita. So if you do see Mama Sagita, don't be afraid to say hello to Mama Sagita. Yeah, don't be afraid to say hello to Mama Usagita. Yeah. Mama Sagi, she's gonna be going to KAWAII. She's gonna be going. So I will be going with Mama Usagita to KAWAII. So if you do see her, don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. But yeah, it definitely does help to go with friends. Not just also for it's also for safety too. Like going to COD as in a group of friends, it definitely does help also for safety purposes too. So do feel free to go to the COD as a group or going with a family member. It definitely does help for safety reasons too as well. All right. All right. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it for convention do's and don'ts. Now, my experiences, from my point of view, that I'm going to talk about. From my point of view. So, So, I have been to KAWAII doing paddles since 2022. So, I started doing VTubers 101 paddles around 2022, then 2023, and 2024, and then 2025, I'm doing a booth. So, for my experiences with the paddles, one thing that I definitely recommend with my experiences is planning through the day. So, for example, okay, so I'm going to be cosplaying. I'm going to be doing a cosplay with Cookie's outfit. So, Cookie Asagita is going to do a cosplay with Cookie's outfit. And then Cookie's other outfit. And then Cookie's other outfit on these days. So, for example, let's say Cookie Asagita is planning on cosplaying as Cookie's idol outfit for Saturday. And then Cookie Asagita is going to be cosplaying in her main outfit on Sunday. So, planning cosplays definitely, for example, it does help. And social media, definitely, especially social media, does have templates of, okay, so I'm going to be cosplaying as this on this day, or I'm gonna be cosplaying as this on that day, or I'm gonna be cosplaying as this on that day. So it definitely does help to figure out what you want to cosplay. And there are social media assets. I know KawaiiCon has an asset where you can say, hey, I'm going to be going to KawaiiCon cosplayed as this on this day, cosplay as this on this day, and cosplay as this on this day. Yeah. Cosplay as this on this day, cosplay as this on that day, and cosplay as this on this day. But yeah, it definitely does help. Plotting cosplays. But not just like plotting cosplays, not just planning cosplays, not just planning cosplays, but like planning what I'm planning on doing to do at the convention beforehand definitely does help too. Yeah. Definitely does. Alright. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns about conventions or paddles or anything? Some tips and tricks preparing for a booth or preparing for a paddle. So definitely do bring some equipment. If you're planning on doing like a booth or paddle, make sure you do plan beforehand on what you're planning on doing. Like when I did paddles, especially when I was doing like a lot of VTuber paddles, it helped really having a schedule and figuring out what to do. So I was working with the staff a lot, and for this year's booth that I'm going to be working with, I'm going to be working a lot with the Twitch Hawaii staff. I've been working with the Twitch Hawaii staff and also have been working a lot with KawaiiCon staff to really figure out, okay, we're going to be doing this on this day around this time, and these are what we're going to be doing at the Twitch Hawaii booth. So it definitely does help to have a schedule. All right, I'm going to go stretch and hydrate, and then right after this, I'm going to talk about the VTuber takeover. Woo! All right. I am hydrated, buddy. Okay. Guys, I am so excited to talk about this because I have been working on this project since December. I've been working on this project since December. So I am so excited to talk about this, guys. I am so excited to talk about this. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So, for those of you guys who are wondering what I have been working on since December, guys, you guys probably have seen this last stream, but I have been working with Twitch Hawaii for the VTuber takeover. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! I have been working with Twitch Hawaii and with KawaiiCon to make this all happen, but I have been working with Twitch Hawaii and KawaiiCon on the VTuber takeover. Yeah. So, I have been working on this project for quite a while now under High VTuber Expo, and I'm so excited to be talking about the VTuber takeover because this is my very first time that I am working with Twitch Hawaii and with KAWAII on this really exciting project. Yeah. So I'm working with Twitch Hawaii on this project. So a huge thank you to Twitch Hawaii for working on making this happen. So guys, I'm so excited to talk about this. So let's talk about it. All right. So we're gonna go over the schedule first because we do have the meet and greet schedule. It's gonna be posted up actually right after social media. Yeah. I know I did spell special wrong with this one. I'll post the one with the changes right after this. But yeah. So for those of you guys who are going to the Twitch Hawaii booth at KawaiiCon this year, this is what I have been working on with Twitch Hawaii for a while. But this is what I've been working on. The VTuber takeover at KawaiiCon at the Twitch Hawaii booth. So, let's talk about the VTubers that are going to be participating in the VTuber takeover, shall we? So, here is the guest list and the meet and greet schedule. So, for those of you guys who are wondering, okay, I want to meet this VTuber. And who are the VTubers going to be at the VTuber takeover, Cookie? So, here is the meet and greet schedule for the VTuber takeover. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. HST. So, this is just the final schedule. You know, the times are still scheduled to change. So, 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. HST, we're going to have Bronze Flex. Then from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. HST, we're going to have Wild Spice. Yeah, Wild Spice. Then from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. HST, we're going to have Abuwa Takahashi. Taka's also going to be streaming at KawaiiCon as well. So, Wild Spice is going to be streaming at KawaiiCon. And then Taka's planning on streaming at KawaiiCon too, yeah. Nanatet's also planning on streaming at KawaiiCon too, yeah. It's gonna be virtual streams, so what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna be streaming from the Discord to the Twitch Hawaii channel, so that's how it's gonna work. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So, they're gonna be streaming from the Twitch Hawaii Discord, and they're gonna then virtually stream it to the Twitch Hawaii channel. So that's how it's gonna work, yeah. Then from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. HST, we have Nanatet! And then we have from 3:30 p.m. to... This is all in HST, which is the Gym T minus 10. So this is all in HST. Yeah. So, from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. HST, we have Abyss. Then from 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. HST, we have Indigo Misumi. And we have a super special guest this year. Yes, it's the Hello Sweetie. We have Ruku Takahashi from 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. HST. And then from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. HST, we have the Hello Sweetie. And then to close it all up from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. HST, we're going to have me. Yeah, I'm going to be closing it up with the VTuber takeover at KawaiiCon. I'm going to be volunteering at the Twitch Hawaii booth. On Saturday, I'll be at the Twitch Hawaii booth. So, if you guys want to say hello to me or any of the VTubers that are going to be participating in the VTuber takeover, please don't be afraid to say hi. We really appreciate it. Yeah. But that's what I have been working on. So, this is what I have been working on with Twitch Hawaii for a while. It's called the VTuber takeover. So, what this basically means is that it's basically meeting and greeting with your favorite VTubers, saying hello to the VTubers, talking with the VTubers, and then also streams too. VTuber streams. Yeah, VTuber streams. That's what it means. Yes. That's what it means. VTuber streams, VTuber streams, VTuber streams! Yeah. That's what it means. That's what it means. VTuber streams, VTuber streams, VTuber streams. So not only you get to see the VTuber stream at KawaiiCon, but you also get to meet and greet with the VTubers at KawaiiCon too. Yeah, so that's what the VTuber takeover was all about. So it's meeting and greeting with your favorite VTubers, and then also streaming there too. Yeah. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm really am excited to work on this project with Twitch Hawaii, and I'm so grateful to Twitch Hawaii. This is such an exciting project. So it is so exciting. It is super exciting. So I'm super excited. Yeah. So excited. But yeah, let's go over the meet and greet schedule. Let's go over the schedule. But yeah, that's the schedule. Yeah. We're gonna be posting up the schedule right after this. So right after this on the High VTuber Expo channel, guys, we're gonna post the schedule. Right after this. We're gonna post the schedule. But yeah, do you guys have any questions or any concerns about convention appearances or what we're planning on doing at KawaiiCon? Yeah, any questions, any concerns about KawaiiCon or what we're planning on doing, news, everything? Yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions, any concerns, about KawaiiCon or anything that we're working on at KawaiiCon, but yeah, you guys have any questions, any concerns? Also, Brian BT, thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you. But yeah, that's the schedule. That's the meet and greet schedule that's gonna be posted. We did put the trailer right last time. But yeah, that's the schedule. And I did wanted to go over the schedule because I do want you guys to know the schedule of what's gonna be happening with KawaiiCon and what the schedule's gonna look like. Alright. But do you guys have any questions or any concerns about KawaiiCon or anything related to KawaiiCon? You guys have any questions, any concerns? Any concerns? Okay. So, no questions, no concerns. Alrighty. But yeah. So, for those of you guys who are wondering, my tips and tricks about the VTuber takeover. Let's talk about the VTuber takeover tips. Let's talk about it. So, let's talk about it. So, these are my tips. For the VTuber takeover. Yeah, this is my tips for the VTuber takeover. These are my tips. Okay. So, my tips for the VTuber takeover. So, if you're planning on going to the Twitch Hawaii booth, if you are planning to go to Twitch Hawaii's booth, right? This year at KawaiiCon, these are my tips, guys. So, also, please do support all the VTubers that are participating in the VTuber takeover, guys. I'm so excited to have them on board. I am so excited to have them on board, and I'm so excited for the VTuber takeover. I really, really am excited, and I'm so proud of everyone. I am so proud of everybody. You know, I'm so happy. I'm so happy and so excited. I'm so excited to make this all happen. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the VTuber takeover. I'm so excited for the VTuber takeover to happen. I'm really, really am excited. Alright, so let's talk about the VTuber takeover tips coming on board. So this year for the VTuber takeover, I am not only a guest, but I'm also the co-host. Yeah, so I'm the co-host and a guest at the VTuber takeover this year. So I have been working on this project as well with Twitch Hawaii. So not only have worked on the project with Twitch Hawaii, but it's also a very exciting project. Very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah. Okay. So, one of the tips that... So, I know you guys are probably wondering, so Cookie, what do you recommend as the co-host of the VTuber Takeover? What do you recommend as the co-host of the VTuber Takeover? What do you recommend? What is your tips that you recommend? Alright! The first tip I recommend: don't be afraid to say hello. If you do see the VTubers around at the Twitch Hawaii booth, first of all, please do not be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Number one, if you do see the VTubers at the Twitch Hawaii booth, please do not be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. But yeah, number one, VTuber tips and tricks. VTuber takeover tips and tricks. Number one, don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Alright, number one, feel free to talk about the con. So, when you are going to be meeting the VTubers for the first time at KAWAII, like doing VTuber meet and greets, feel free to talk about the con. Like, how's KAWAII coming along? How's the convention so far? Are you having fun? You know, who you're cosplaying as? Feel free to really talk a lot about the con. So, for example, you know, how's KAWAII coming along? Like, how's your cosplay, you know? So, talk about the con. Definitely for sure, when you are meeting and greeting with the guests, with the VTubers, it definitely helps to talk about the con. Like, introducing yourself. Which is another thing, by the way, I'm gonna really recommend. Introduce yourself. Feel free to. So, if you're gonna be meeting and greeting with the VTubers at the KAWAII booth for the first time, don't be afraid to introduce yourself. So, for example, you could say, "Hi, I'm Cookie Usagida," etc., etc., etc. But yeah, number one, don't be afraid to say hello. If you see the VTubers at the Twitch Hawaii booth, don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Number two, feel free to talk about your con experiences. Feel free to talk about how's the con so far. For example, how's the cosplay, for example? How are you enjoying your con so far, you know? Definitely something for sure that they're gonna ask. For sure. Talking about your experiences. And feel free to introduce yourself. Definitely does help. For sure. Alright. introduce yourself. Feel free to talk about the con experiences, like how's the convention coming along? How's your cosplay, for example. All right. Number 4. Follow the rules and the TOS. Be mindful. This is important. So when you are meeting and greeting with the VTubers for the first time, more than likely it's going to be broadcasted on Twitch. Right? It's more than likely going to be broadcasted. So, please do, when you are meeting and greeting with the VTubers, please do follow not only the COD rules, but also Twitch TOS. So, do act as if you are in chat. So, for example, be mindful. Do not reveal... Right. So do not reveal stuff that you would definitely not do in the chat. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. So being mindful, for example. Don't do things that you would not do in the chat, do at the VTuber booth. Don't do that. Right? Respect the VTubers. Please do respect the VTubers. Right? And not only respecting the VTubers, but respecting each other as well. Respecting each other. Respecting everybody. And yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Please do be mindful. Please do be mindful. When you are meeting and greeting with the VTubers, please do be mindful. And do follow the rules. Not just the convention rules. Not just the convention rules. But also the Twitch TOS too. Because more than likely it's going to be broadcasted. So do be mindful that it is going to be live. More than likely. So, be mindful. Be mindful. Do be mindful. Alright. But yes, please do follow the rules. Please follow the Twitch TOS and the rules of the convention and be mindful. Don't do things that you would not do on the Twitch chat at the VTuber booth. So for example, please keep all conversations appropriate. And do understand that the convention is mostly a family-friendly event. So, do understand this. Do understand this. Alright. Any questions or any concerns that you guys have? Do you guys have any questions? Any concerns? Any questions? Any concerns? But yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions or any concerns that you guys may have about the VTuber Takeover. Don't be afraid to answer any questions, any concerns about the VTuber Takeover. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to. Alright, so. Follow the rules, add the Twitch TOS, and be mindful. Yes. So don't do things that you wouldn't do in the Twitch chat, do at the VTuber booth. Do not do that. Yeah. Be respectful of not only the VTubers and each other, but also yourself. Very, very important. Yes. Alright. Another thing that I definitely recommend, right? If you are their Oshi, if the VTuber that you are meeting is their Oshi, right? Don't be afraid to ask, right? Don't be afraid to ask. But ask first for a picture, right? Ask important. This is important. This is important, right? So, if you are meeting a VTuber and, you know, the VTuber that you're meeting is, oh, that's my Oshi, that's my favorite VTuber. Like, you know, that's my favorite VTuber. Don't be afraid to ask for a photo. But yes, please do remember to ask for a photo first. Please, please, please do. Please do, please do, please do. Yes, just like what you would do with a cosplayer, it's very important to ask for a photo first with the VTubers. So just like what you would do for a cosplayer, please do feel free. Please do ask for pictures first before taking a picture. Yeah, very important, very important. And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. But yes, please do ask. If you do want to take a picture with the cosplayers, with the VTubers at KAWAII, at the VTuber Takeover booth, please, please do ask first. Definitely, definitely super duper important. Super duper important. Alright. Alright. Another thing. So, that I'm definitely going to talk about. Don't be afraid to use the QR code or ask for their socials. Yeah. So, what I'm planning on doing for the VTuber Takeover this year is the VTubers are going to have QR codes and social media links that's going to be linking to their social media. So, that is something that the VTubers themselves, a lot of the VTubers themselves are going to be using our QR codes. So, for example, if you do want to follow them on social media, like let's say, for example, you want to follow their Twitch or their YouTube channels, what I'm planning on doing for the VTuber Takeover is that they're going to have QR codes. What I'm planning on doing is they're going to have QR codes. What that does mean is that they're going to have QR codes so that you can follow them on social media. Yeah. If you want to follow them on social media, what I'm planning on doing is there's going to be QR codes. Yeah, for the VTubers. So you can follow their socials. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what I'm planning. But yeah, don't be afraid to use the QR codes or ask them for their socials, you know? Definitely don't be afraid to. So if you want to check out their channels, what I'm planning on doing this year is each VTuber, yes, including yours truly, are going to have social media. The QR codes, where you can ask them and follow them on their social media profiles. Yeah, they're going to have QR codes. Well, what I'm planning on doing. Alright? But yeah, don't be afraid to ask for their socials, use the QR codes, etc., etc. But yeah, if you want to check out their content, don't be afraid to ask for their socials. And also, the QR codes. Alright. Do you guys have any questions, any concerns about the VTuber Takeover, or anything else related to the VTuber Takeover? Or KAWAII in general? go check them out. But yeah, I'll be at the Twitch Hawaii booth this weekend. So please do, please do, please do. Please do check out the Twitch Hawaii booth. If you can, if you are going to be at KAWAII, and if you can, please do feel free to check out the Twitch Hawaii booth. I'm going to be at the Twitch Hawaii booth this weekend. Yeah. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. But yeah. But yes. Feel free to introduce yourself. Don't be afraid to say hello. Feel free to talk about your CON experiences. Don't be afraid to ask, but ask for a photo first. Don't be afraid to use the QR codes or ask for their socials. And most importantly, if you're gonna be chatting in the chat, follow the rules of the chat. Yes, 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 yes. There's going to be a live stream of the event as well. So if you're gonna be following the VTubers from the live stream event, please remember to follow the rules. Whether you're gonna be visiting the Twitch Hawaii booth in person or you're gonna be chatting in the Twitch Hawaii chat, please follow the rules. Please, please, please do follow the rules. Very, very, very important. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. Do follow the rules. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the VTuber takeover? Some tips that I recommend? Do you guys have any advice? Any tips or tricks that you recommend for the VTuber takeover? Alright. Yeah. Those are some tips from the VTuber takeover co-host of what I recommend. But yeah, that's what I recommend. That's what I recommend. Alright. So, but yes, simple rules that I recommend for the VTuber takeover tips and tricks, meet and greets, from the VTuber. And one more thing that I also gotta talk about, there's gonna be some VTuber meet and greets are gonna have some gift tips, some gift giving rules. So don't be afraid to ask about the gift giving rules. Definitely do ask about that. So gift giving rules. So if you do want to give a gift to a VTuber at the booth, for example, please do not hesitate to ask. Yeah, so for example, if you have a gift that you want to give a VTuber, for example, please do not hesitate to ask. So each VTuber does have their own gift giving rules. So please do not hesitate to ask about the rules of the gift giving. Yeah. Yes, yes. Please do, please do, please do. Alright. So that is pretty much it alongside the gift giving rules. Okay, so for example, we're gonna go over the gift giving rules. So each VTuber does have its own gift giving rules for VTuber meet and greets. So want to give your Oshi or your favorite VTuber a gift, then you will have to do so on Throne if they say, okay, you gotta do it on Throne. If they say that it is okay to do it at a COD, but there's like specific restrictions, you're going to need to figure out what kind of restrictions is there gonna be for the VTuber that you're planning on giving a gift for. So, for example, if a streamer or if a VTuber at the VTuber takeover says that you could only give a gift within a certain size, like a letter size, for example, then the gifts can only be at a letter size. Or they say that, okay, so for example, a large gift, and they say, but if you have a large gift, for example, you could give a gift via Throne, then you can do so via Throne. Yeah. But yes, for gift giving tips, gift giving rules, each VTuber does have their own rules of giving gifts. Please do not hesitate to ask. And if you do have any tips or tricks about gift giving rules, please do not hesitate to ask. Yeah. So for example, if they say, okay, if you have any gifts for me, you can give it on Throne, you give it on Throne. If the VTuber that you're planning on meeting and greeting is going to be making an appearance at the convention, for example, in person, and they say, okay, you can give a gift at the card with the letter size, for example, but if it's for a larger gift, you'll have to give it via Throne. But please do ask. Please do ask. If it's for gift giving rules, especially for your Oshi or your favorite VTuber, please do ask. Yeah. Please do ask. So, what are gifts that I do recommend to bring, especially if you're going to be going to a convention? Okay. This is definitely important. This is definitely that I really recommend. So, if you're going to be going to a convention and your favorite VTuber is making an appearance, so here's what I really recommend. Number one are fan letters. This is something that a lot of your favorites are gonna really appreciate, are fan letters. So anything related to like fan letters, fan art. If you have any fan letters or fan art, for example, that is really, really, really appreciated. Please do feel free to bring that with you. Please do feel free to bring that with you. Yes. So, if you have a fan letter, for example, that you want to give your favorite, your Oshi. Like, for example, I have a fan letter for a VTuber that I want to meet. Do bring that. Do bring that. That is really appreciated. That is really appreciated. So, like, fan letters, for example. Fan letters. And another thing that's also really appreciated, fan art. Yes, fan art. So, for example, if you have fan art or fan letters of me, please do feel free to bring that. Please do feel free to bring that. If you have any fan letters or fan art, please do feel free to bring that. I really, really, really love fan letters. I love fan art. Please, please do feel free to bring that. Please, 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 please do. Please do. Yeah. But yeah. If you guys have fan letters or fan art, if you guys have fan letters or fan art, please do feel free to bring that with you. Please do feel free. Fan letters, fan art. That is really, really, really appreciated. Right? So if you have a fan letter for your favorite VTuber or fan art, definitely is appreciated. Alright. But yes, Oshi, please ask first, and please do ask first about the rules of the gifts. So, for example, if you have a gift for your Oshi, and you want to give a gift at KAWAII at the VTuber booth, if you do have a gift, please do ask first. Please do ask first. Please ask first. Definitely is super important. Ask first. Or if there's rules, do read the rules in the sign. Yes. But yes, if you have gifts for the VTuber that you want to give a gift to, right? If you have a gift that you want to give a gift to, right? Please do feel free to give those. But make sure you ask first and make sure you do read the rules. Yes. So, things that VTubers would definitely appreciate is fan letters, fan art, gifts, but ask first. And then another thing that is definitely appreciated, if you're gonna be cosplaying, cosplay is definitely appreciated. Yes, definitely. Cosplay. If you are cosplaying as your Oshi, that is definitely appreciated. So, for example, if you were to ever do a cosplay of KOOKY'S Sagira, I would love to see a KOOKY'S Sagira cosplay. I would love to see that. Yeah. A KOOKY'S Sagira cosplay. That is definitely so cool. Definitely the coolest. Definitely the coolest. But yes, cosplay. Definitely super cool. Definitely the coolest. If you're cosplaying as your Oshi, for example, definitely does help. Definitely does. Definitely is appreciated. Yes. Cosplay. But yes, if you're gonna cosplay as your Oshi, yeah. Like if you're gonna be cosplaying as KOOKY'S Sagira, if you're gonna be cosplaying as KOOKY'S Sagira at KAWAII, for example, yeah, it would be really appreciated. For sure. Definitely. Alright. But yeah. Definitely does help. For sure. But yeah. If you're cosplaying, for example, as KOOKY'S Sagira, that's really appreciated. Yeah, that is really appreciated. And it really means a lot. So, fan art, fan letters, cosplays. If you're going to be cosplaying as KOOKY'S Sagira, for example, at KAWAII, I would love that. Really appreciate it. Definitely is super appreciated. Definitely. Yeah. But yes, what to bring, I would recommend to a VTuber takeover. Fan letters, fan art, so like anything that is related to like fan letters and fan art or gifts that you have for the VTuber. Make sure you ask first though and do follow the rules when it comes to gift giving. That definitely does help. And cosplays, yeah. And another thing, fan merch to showcase, also ask first. Yeah. If you have fan merchandise, for example, you did like an acrylic of your Oshi. You feel free to showcase that. But I will say, if you are planning on bringing your fan merch that you made, or like fan merch from an artist, from a con, please do remember to ask first. Yeah. Please do remember to ask first. Yeah. Do ask first. But in my case, personally, if you have like a Cookie Sagita Eat a Bag or like a Cookie Sagita cosplay, I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. It really means a lot. So if you have like a Cookie Sagita shirt or like a Cookie Sagita Eat a Bag or a Cookie Sagita acrylic keychain or a cosplay of Cookie Sagita, for example, yeah, definitely appreciate it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see Cookie Sagita cosplays, Cookie Sagita acrylic keychains, Cookie Sagita plushies at KAWAII. And Cookie Sagita sites. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, that's for me. That's for me. If you're cosplaying as Cookie Sagita, if you have fan letters, fan art, or cosplay as Cookie Sagita, you know, on my end personally, I would definitely appreciate it. I would appreciate that a lot. It really, really does make my day. I do love seeing all the fan art, and I love seeing the fan letters and the fan art. It makes me really happy. So, and the cosplays too. Yeah, I love the cosplays. Cookie Sagita cosplays, definitely, definitely. Yeah, definitely. All right. And then that's it. All right. So that's my VTuber takeover tips. Oh yeah, a great conversation starter when it does come to the VTuber takeover. If you're gonna be planning on visiting the VTubers at the KawaiiCon booth, the KAWAII KawaiiCon booth, definitely asking about the con. You can also talk about hobbies and interests too. Talking about hobbies and interests, yeah. Talking about hobbies and interests definitely does help. So, for example, if the VTuber, the Oshi that you're meeting, for example, has an interest in, let's say, a particular anime series or an instrument, like a musical instrument, it definitely does help. It definitely is a good conversation starter. It definitely does make a great conversation starter. So, if you're not so sure what to talk about with your Oshi about, not so sure what to talk about with your Oshi about when it comes to meeting with the cosplayer, I highly recommend talking about, you know, hobbies and interests. You know, the hobbies and interests that you and your Oshi share. So whether it's your favorite, whether it's a favorite anime, whether it's an instrument that you guys both play, that definitely does help for sure when it does come to, conversation starters. But yeah, that's what I recommend for conversation starters. Yeah. So, hobbies and interests definitely does help. Hobbies and interests definitely does help. Talking about the hobbies and interests that you and the Oshi both share definitely does help. Talking about your con experiences definitely does help too. It definitely helps. Definitely helps a lot. Definitely does help. questions or any concerns about VTubing? You guys have any questions or any concerns about what the VTuber takeover is about? What the booth is gonna be about? Do you have any questions or any concerns? But yeah, that's what I really, really recommend. And some tips and tricks and some rules to follow when it does come to being agreed with the VTubers. But yeah, that is what I recommend. But yes, that is what I recommend. Okay, I'm gonna go trash and hydrate, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about the VTuber takeover, and then that's gonna be pretty much it for today. Actually, we're gonna talk about the schedule too. We also gotta talk about the schedule. I do gotta post the streaming schedule right after this. All right. So, this is Trash I'm hydrated, buddy. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, but that's pretty much it for the VTuber takeover tips and tricks and some stuff that I recommend. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the VTuber takeover? Okay, so before we do go over for this week's schedule, I do need to post the schedule on social media. I'm gonna post it up on social media pretty soon. But yeah, do you guys have any questions or any concerns? Do you guys have any questions or any concerns? About the VTuber takeover or anything? Okay. But yes. Will there be individual posts for the VTuber takeover too? Yes. There are going to be individual posts. I'm going to be posting up the individual tomorrow. So for the VTubers, so for the announcements of the time, I'm not gonna be posting the schedule, the finalized schedule. I'm gonna try to post up the meet and greet schedule today, but tomorrow I'm planning on posting the individual schedules. I'm gonna try to get that done tomorrow, or get that done after stream. Yeah. But definitely for sure, I will be posting up the schedules and all the times on social media so you guys can get informed of. You guys can be informed of, you know, the time zones and everything when it comes to the times of the VTuber meet and greets. Also, I do plan to. There is a video I am working on before I head on over to KAWAII. I'm planning on posting up some YouTube shorts and some YouTube videos, like some VODs and some clips, before I head over to KAWAII. So I'm gonna be posting up some YouTube videos, clips, VODs, shorts, everything. Yeah. But yes. Alright. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns about the VTuber takeover or anything related to KAWAII? Do you guys have any questions, any concerns about KAWAII? What's it gonna be about? Okay. Alright. What's the social media post gonna look like? Okay. Good question. Social media posts are gonna look like this. So let me show you guys what they're gonna look like. They're gonna look like this. This is the individual social media posts. It's got the weekly schedule right over here. They're gonna look like this. I'm gonna try to post every single one of the individual social media posts before KAWAII for sure. But yeah, that is pretty much what I have for this week's schedule. So, new video uploads Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna try to see if I can stream on Wednesday or Thursday. But then after this, that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm gonna be heading over to KAWAII this weekend. So, I will be at KAWAII this weekend. Yeah, so I think it's either after this stream or one more other stream. Then I'll be heading over to KAWAII. And that's gonna be pretty much it. And then KAWAII, here I come. Yeah. KAWAII, here I come. KAWAII, here I come. Alright. So, new video uploads for sure is tomorrow. There's gonna be a new video upload tomorrow. Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna try to stream. But then, right after this, that's gonna be it. I'm heading to KAWAII. Yeah. But yes, not much streams this week because I am gonna be getting ready to head to KAWAII and I'm gonna be working on some final stuff related to the booth since I will be participating in the Twitch KAWAII booth this weekend. So not much going on my channel this week. But definitely a lot going on with the booth. Yeah, definitely a lot going on with the booth. Also, welcome in lurkers. Thank you guys all so much for lurking and thank you guys all so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys all so much for lurking. Thank you guys all so much for lurking. Thank you guys. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you guys all so much for lurking. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope that these tips are very helpful for your guys' very first experiences to KAWAII. And for those of you that are participating in the VTuber takeover, please stay tuned though because we have more individual posts that are coming out up really soon. And the reschedule will be posted. Yeah, it's gonna be posted on the High VTuber Expo channel. So check out High VTuber Expo. Yes, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be what we tweeted on my channel, but High VTuber Expo channel. That's where it's gonna be. Yes, please check out High VTuber Expo. Yes. Okay. With that being said, that is it for today, guys. That is it. Thank you guys all so much for coming. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope this is all very helpful for your first trip to KAWAII. Hope this is helpful. Yeah. I'm gonna try stream. Tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I'm gonna try stream on Wednesday or Thursday. So if I do not stream on Wednesday or Thursday, that's it. I'm heading to KAWAII. Yeah! KAWAII! Here we go! Yeah! So, in the meantime though, while I'm getting ready to head over to KAWAII for KAWAII 2025, feel free to check out my Discord server, my Twitter, my Blue Sky, and my YouTube. I'm going to be posting up new videos on YouTube tomorrow. Yes, new videos. New videos. Okay. My Blue Sky is also as well. My Blue Sky is also there as well. My Blue Sky. My Blue Sky. And also, my YouTube. YouTube. Alright. But yes, that is it. That is it for today. Thank you guys all so much for coming to today's Convention Talk stream. We're off to raid the leader of Twitch Hawaii, Chick Drummer. Yes. Chick Drummer is doing a charity stream. And they are also the leader of Twitch Hawaii. Go check them out. Go check them out. They're currently doing a charity stream. Yes, they're doing a charity stream right now. They're doing a charity stream. And they are the leader of Twitch Hawaii. Go check them out, guys. Go check them out. Go check them out. Go check them out. Alright, guys. We are off to raid Chick Drummer. Thank you guys all so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. I do hope these tips are very helpful for your guys' first KAWAII experience trip. Yeah. But yes, if you're going to KAWAII this weekend, I do hope to see you guys there. And if you guys are going to be lurking in the Twitch Hawaii channel this weekend too, I hope to see you guys all there too. I hope to see you guys all there. Yeah. But thank you guys all so much for coming to today's stream. I hope this Convention Talk stream was very helpful for your first trip to KAWAII. If you guys have any questions or any concerns about the VTuber takeover, yeah, don't be afraid to ask me. What's Twitch Hawaii? Alright, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it. We are getting ready to raid Chick Drummer, the leader of Twitch Hawaii. Thank you guys all so much for coming, and I hope to see you guys all